Okay, well, exciting day here at the shop. Things are starting to come back over. Second trailer load of things coming in.
Hey guys, yeah man, we're bringing parts back. It's a good day.
Gosh,
Boomerang day.
I have forgotten even what I put in these crates. But this one's obvious. This is a 1950s Hindi lathe, so that's coming back in. These file cabinets I think are full of tools and then some other stuff. So working on racking, but in the meantime they need space back over at the warehouse and gonna bring it in the shop. Oh boy, Flashback Friday. It is all coming back to me. Thank God I palletized all this stuff, because now it is not nearly as cumbersome to move around as it was back then. But I mean, it's just a million things. Chuck lathes, old power tools, an arbor press, lathe stuff. Large metal, precision metal, drill bits, reamers. Stuff, more stuff. Things I found in the mezzanine. What is in here? Ah yes, all the crazy paperwork. How to run a lathe, that's important. Anyway, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna have a pile of stuff and nowhere to put it. So it is time to focus on pallet racking. I got a few leads in town, gonna follow up on them ASAP. So try to take advantage of some of this vertical space and be able to have somewhere to put all this stuff as I take it out of these totes. Okay, so I am back from the Black Dog Salvage Warehouse over there on Ashlon. There was that pile of pallet racking there. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to put together some matching sets, but after some digging, here's what I came up with. So I got 3 8-foot uprights and 2 12-foot uprights. Plan is to put the 2 8-foot sections under these windows, which is perfect because if I put the 12-foot sections there, it would cover up the windows, and then start working the 12-foot section down this wall. And that's pretty much as far as I've gotten with the plan. Let me get these unloaded, throw some together, and see where we end up. Okay, not bad. Bunch of ways you can put these together, different heights for each shelf. I think for the 8-foot units, 2 shelves is enough. I sort of just shot from the hip. I made the bottom shelf a good height to be like a work table, workbench, but not being too high. Me being 6'7", I kind of want to make every work table, 40 inches, but it's nice to pick a happy medium between what tall people need and the rest of the world. And then I just sort of picked a nice round 3 feet to put in between the next one, so that the shelf and the top shelf and whatever's on it doesn't completely block the windows. I'm not completely sold on it being here. And one thing I realized is that I'd like to paint this back wall and repair some sections before I put racking and stuff in front of it. But this stuff's so light, it's easy to move at this point. I just kind of wanted to get something together before the end of the week so that I got a little sense of accomplishment.
That's good, he says. It's good. Because I'm good.
Fun story. I've been in search for pallet racking for about a month now. And I had about 3 no-goes in town. Either people wanted way too much for it, or it fell through or something. And then Wyatt turned me on to a company in Richmond called Wise Mfg. They sell used pallet racking, So they quoted me for used, and then I told him I wanted it, and so he was going to Richmond anyway. He got there, they didn't have any used stuff, but they're so nice that they gave me new stuff for the price of used. How about that?
I got my shirt on.
You do, you missed a button.
I missed the button. Are you gonna film this? You sure you want to film this?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be editing it now too, so.
This is exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, that's right. It's what everybody wants to see, really.
You can put that a screenshot on your computer.
Yeah.
That'll be the thumbnail, actually. You see the last thumbnail? Yeah. So this stuff is gonna go in here. Right along this wall, for the most part. Cue the montage. Well, there it is.
There it is.
Long day, a heavy day, but we reorganized everything that's in the shop already. All the stuff I got from Greg's shop here in town that I bought, that wood shop. The pallet racking that Wyatt brought in is all set up over there, and it is more than serving its purpose right now.
And one thing I realized is that I'd like to paint this back wall and repair some sections before I put racking and stuff in front of it.
So this back wall, this back concrete wall, is old, to say the least. This building's 100 years old, if not a little bit more. And so concrete over time starts to degrade a bit, and the cement breaks down, leaving the aggregate to take on a sort of sand-like texture and property.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
So I have been sort of brainstorming on what to do. I want to just paint this back section of the wall, you know, from here down. Just something, probably just paint it white for now with a nice primer, and then I can come back and I want to do a mural or a big logo wall or something cool later, but I know I want to start with a nice white, thick, heavy-duty primer. But before that, I need to stabilize this concrete. So I met with my friend Richard Taylor this morning. Richard owns Designed Concrete Surfaces, and he does custom concrete countertops, floor resurfacing, really cool stuff. He'll take recycled glass and mix it in with the concrete to where you get this really cool pebbled effect on your countertop or your bar. Anyway, he's a concrete whisperer, and this morning I met him at his shop after having a phone call with him yesterday regarding my problem, and he hooked me up with some of this stuff. This is profile corrector and a universal activator, surface primer and powder activator. So what we do is we spray this stuff on the areas where the concrete's a bit degrading, and in this case, a surface primer is going to stabilize the concrete and lock the loose pieces in place. So we'll spray that on with the sprayer that I got for sealing the floor, and then we will mix that with some water and half of this bag, and we'll trowel that into the big divots, the big cracks, bring it back to flat, and then we can come over the whole thing with Kills, primer, Happy Days, and we can come over that with whatever I want. So I'm gonna try out some of this stuff. Okay, so I have primed the areas that I would like to patch and cover. This primer is supposed to bond, lock, seal, and prep for the cover and fill. So I was told not to let it dry too much. Definitely within the first few hours is when I want to start filling the holes. So gonna mix some stuff up here soon and passion away. All right, mixed it up and let's spread it on. As I sit here on my front porch, drinking a beer, listening to my neighbor mow his lawn, I feel like it's a great time to wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. That way you don't miss it. Everything you do to reach out to us is greatly appreciated. I try to respond to everybody's comments. Thank you, thank you. Follow Lift Arc Studios on Instagram and Facebook. Sometimes I get carried away and post stories and cool things about what's going on. And it's just a good way to engage with us. So I'm gonna go inside. It sounds like my neighbor is gonna keep mowing his yard. Thanks again for watching.